She loves herself so much that even the universe blossoms with her. As they say, love begins with oneself, so this card can be called the card of creation, motherhood, love, prosperity, beauty, emotional nourishment, peace, and art. And if it appears in its lower polarity, it can indicate excessive pampering, laziness, dependency, and indulgence. So when it comes to love, it symbolizes sweetness, romance, and emotional balance in relationships. But remember, too much comfort can turn into carelessness. Speaking of career, any new idea, new book, new project, or embryo, anything that gives life, will now flourish and prosper. In terms of health, learn to hold yourself together. Eat well, get enough sleep, and spend time with nature. And if we look at it from a spiritual perspective, this card says that God resides within you. Just turn your senses inward and feel it. So, if you suddenly start showing interest in gardening, painting, or cooking, if the world starts to look very beautiful to you, then this is the magic of our very own Empress. If the High Priestess is the guardian of secrets, then the Empress is the goddess who gives shape to those secrets, turning them into earth, flowers, and sweetness. She is the living embodiment of Mother Earth, filled with greenery, warmth, and creativity. Her throne is not just made of gold, but of nature itself. Wheat stalks sway around her, rivers hum, and the air is filled with the love of abundance and prosperity. She says, I do not just give life, I make life beautiful. Every element you see in the card is a part of the Empress's world. Nothing is a coincidence. The crown of 12 stars, the 12 zodiac signs, and the 12 cycles signify that she is one with every season and every change in the universe. You can also see the symbol of Venus, which represents love, beauty, and attraction, and it is not a hesitant kind of love. You must be seeing the river as well. It is the flow of emotions which nourishes everyone. The ears of wheat symbolize harvest, prosperity, and the fruits of hard work. The throne and velvet cushions are symbols of luxury and self respect. If you fall in a very beautiful love and feel peaceful, lovely, and blissful, that is the magic of the Empress. And if, for example, we talk about the lower polarity and give an example of it, then you might forget to take care of yourself. You will drift away from self love. Even after resting, life will still feel sluggish. In such a situation, you need to become your own mother. You have to take care of yourself. This card is the living embodiment of emotional intelligence. She is a goddess who understands life not through thought and analysis, but through experience and touch. It shows that creation only happens when the mind feels safe and is filled with love. When we nurture ourselves, only then does the world blossom too. We all know about the psychologist Jung. According to him, this is a symbol of the anima. It is that feminine energy, the energy of the woman that exists within every person, whether male or female. When this energy is suppressed, a person feels dry, harsh, insensitive, and exhausted. So, this feminine energy is very important for every person, no matter what their gender is. If the Empress had an Instagram, her bio would look something like this: Life giver, mood healer, nap queen, Venus vibes. If she were a movie character, she would be Nargis's motherly love, Madhuri Dixit's grace, and your mother's I told you so kind of precision. So the message of the card is slow down a little. Every seed takes time to sprout. This Empress reminds us that creation is born not from pressure, but from joy. When we give ourselves love and rest, only then do our ideas, dreams, and relationships truly flourish. So, where there is love, there is creation, and where there is creation, there I am. From the Empress card, we learn how a woman's creative power makes this world worth living in. We should always keep in mind that if we draw other cards along with this card, a lot can change. The language will change, the meaning will change. Depending on the time and place, many answers will change a little. If we talk about love, in matters of love, this represents sweetness in relationships, romance, and emotional balance. But remember, if comfort becomes excessive, it turns into carelessness and lack. If we look at it in terms of career, as we've already mentioned, it represents a new idea, a new book, or a new project. Anything that gives life or helps life to flourish. If we look at it in the context of health, yes, we know that it means self love. You will have to start taking some me time for yourself. So, as per psychologist Jung, this is a symbol of anima. Many psychologists, even spiritual leaders, gurus, and many of our scriptures will tell you that if you do not have love for yourself, then you cannot love this creation, the beings living in it, or other humans. So, the world you see around this Empress is not a coincidence. The crown of 12 stars represents the 12 zodiac signs, the 12 cycles, and how all of this is in harmony with every season and change in the universe. You can see the symbol of Venus, which stands for love, beauty, and attraction. And what kind of love? A love without hesitation, as you can see with the river. That is the influence of emotion, which nourishes everyone. The ears of wheat represent fertility, prosperity, and the fruits of hard work. The throne and the velvet cushion symbolize luxury and self respect. She loves herself so much that the people around her and even the universe itself bloom along with her. So, if we look at the higher polarity, this card is a beautiful symbol of creation, motherhood, love, prosperity, beauty, and emotional nourishment, peace, and art. If we read this card in reverse or look at its lower polarity, it can symbolize excessive pampering, laziness, dependency, creative block, self neglect, or excessive control. So, this card reminds us of that same self love. If we draw this card for love, it indicates marriage, conception, or a bright future for a relationship. In career, it signifies some creative or productive work, great expansion, fame, and recognition. In other words, you will receive the beautiful rewards of your hard work. If this card, the Empress, appears with the Moon card, it indicates emotional depth and, to a large extent, a world mixed with confusion. The sensitivity of the querent or client will increase. There is a fear of mood swings, and as we've already mentioned, a possibility of confusion as well. It's important to properly understand your partner's emotions. It is very important in this situation to see things as they truly are, not as your illusions make them appear. Your imagination and creative power will be remarkable, but you also need self control and to stay grounded in reality. Imagination is beautiful, but you must keep your roots in reality. These are just some examples being given to you, just as you know, a window to see what possibilities there could be with different cards. In tarot card reading, we use different types of spreads. Spreads with 3 cards, 5, 4, 6, 8, 12, 10, various kinds, and our predictions change based on many factors. A large part of it can be your intuition, and another big part can be how creative your mind is and how much experience it has of this life, how observant you are in your daily life, and how connected your cards are to nature, the universe, higher energy, your spirit guides, and how you can transform the answers you receive into an impactful reading so that your client benefits and clearly understands what you are saying. So, if we talk about different combinations, let me remind you that what I am about to say is not the absolute truth. It may change slightly depending on different situations. So, if the Empress card appears with the Sun card, what could be the possibility? Supreme creation, creation, happiness, vibrancy, positivity. You may end up with an Empress card, a Sun card, and a Tower card. So, these different combinations, we will do all of them in the upcoming videos. May your journey of life be sweet. Hello.